Now this is Engineer Clement. I'm pleased to meet you.
Thank you.
The head of the team of engineers that really created this generator. Please, can you introduce yourself to us and the members of your team?
Yes, as you said, my name is Engineer Clement Olarewaju,
Right.
and here is our factory in Nigeria.
Okay.
And here you have to meet Engineer Joseph Adedeji.
Right.
Yeah, electrical engineer.
Right.
And Engineer Taiwo Lores,
Pleased to meet
the
you.
wedding department.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, and here is Engineer Garuba Akin. Yeah, the monoculars department.
It's really nice being here. Now, we heard so much about Fuelless generator, and some were fake. And many people argue, even those who claim to be experts, argue that there can never be a Fuelless generator. So, this is the Fuelless generator.
Yes.
Can we really see it in action?
Yeah, this is the generator we are talking about.
All right.
And this is the generator that people don't believe.
It doesn't use fuel.
It doesn't use
No
fuel,
fuel,
no diesel, no engine oil.
No engine oil.
No engine oil. So you can see there's not exhaust.
Exhaust.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no exhaust. No, something using
it's not combustion
no.
engine.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's a zero carbon.
Wow.
It's a zero carbon and ready for supply.
Believing is seeing. Or
Yes.
seeing is believing.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
we have it tested so that we can,
Yeah.
viewers can
Yes.
really see
Yes.
this?
But you can't. Let me put it on. Here is the panel, the control panel. This is the front of the camera. Yeah. So here's to put it on, and the temperature control, and the arms control, and the voltage control. And when it is overload, the control that is a number of the speed that way we want it to run, the hours. So when I set it programming for the hours, so that when it get to that hour to shut down, then automatically it will now come up again.
Okay.
But
So
if
can be programmed when
yes,
it come on,
yes,
when
it can be programmed. Here is where we can increase the speed on the rotor of the Mercy Queen. We can control the speed here. So we make this control speed here because of high voltage.
Okay.
Because when it's over speed, the way it gets a high voltage, and this is the output for the building.
All right.
And we have one 12-volt battery.
Okay.
And 75 amps for starting of the generator.
Okay, what are the batteries?
Yeah, the battery is to enable the panel
Yeah.
to communicate direct to the Mercy Queen.
Okay.
And you know, the Mercy Queens was made through radials pipe, and what we put together.
All right.
And the battery needs to break the feed. So you can take the battery all after when the engine starts.
Once the engine starts, the battery
You
can go out.
can go out.
All right. Can we have
Yeah.
it demonstrated? Let us see.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
Is that alternator?
Yes. It has an alternator inside, so you can see it. You can see there is no any wire on that. Can you see it? Can you see it? So because of the vibration, that is why we put the stick on it. Yeah.
Inside
So
there?
can you see the alternator?
All right.
Can you see it? So can you see the one battery inside? We have one battery on it, and with the battery we can take the battery out.
So the battery is only for starting.
The battery is only for starting.
starting.
Yes, anybody can, after supply, you can take the battery. You can take the battery out.
I've seen some cables there.
Yes, this cable is coming from the alternator.
All right.
From the alternator, and this one also coming from the alternator. So
They are outlets.
yes, these are their output.
Not in.
No. You can see it. You can see it here. Here, this one supply to the is supplied to the bulb.
All right.
Can you see it?
Okay.
To the bulb. And here,
How about
this cable here, supply here to the changeover. Can you see when I remove it now? You can see the light went off. This supply output which we can enable yours to charge our phone, to charge our phone here.
all right.
To charge our phone.
So how many kVA is this one now?
This is 20 kVA.
20 kVA. To power some bulb.
Yeah.
Is that heavy? Can we have some heavy things we can power with it?
Yeah.
How much current does this one take?
This is 220.
220.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I have another engine here,
Same power.
the same power.
All right. So the one with the generator also to power this machine.
So
All right. It's a drilling machine.
this is our drilling machine.
All right.
This is our drilling machine.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
yeah.
That was excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we really saw the generator power the bulb here, power the filing machine, and the power also the drilling machine. Okay, but I want to ask you, and we've checked all around also, there's no hidden cable anywhere for input. The only cable that here are output. This one goes to the
Filing machine.
filing machine. This one goes
Go
to
to
power
the bulb. The bulb.
here, and this other one goes to power this
The factory.
the
It's
house.
the entire factory.
Yeah, the entire factory. All right, I want to ask this generator, how long can it work?
The generator, as you can see, if there is time permitted, it can work throughout the day.
Throughout
The
24
day.
hours.
24 is
Non-stop.
24 hours. But because we don't want most people to misuse it, so we decide to make some technology on the panel control switch. So when it gets to 48 hours or 72 hours,
That's how many days?
that's almost 4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
Round the
So
clock.
runs the clock 4 days.
Okay.
Then the generator can just have about 8 hours rest.
Rest. Okay.
So when it rests for 8 hours, and we are still working over it, how it can work complete throughout without even stopping.
Okay.
But being because we are just coming up now on the technology, and the way we started, our previous one is not the one we are testing for you today.
Alright.
So actually it is a very long journey. A lot of materials are wasted, and those materials will be wasted, we make them to be our maintenance in the future, and it is very easy to maintain.
Alright.
Yeah, and the maintenance doesn't take more maintenance like other generator. So
I was going to ask you, what really inspired you into this research? How did you come about this fuel generator?
yeah, our research starts from 2013.
Okay.
The 2013, when Nigeria is about to go into wind power supply. So I was very interested in that wind power supply, and gradually, we all after our research on the wind power supply, we later understand that the wind power supply energy is also the same thing to solar energy.
Okay.
Because the solar energy is to charge the battery, and the source of the energy is inverter.
Okay.
Then we understand what's behind that technology.
Alright.
You can see the solar panel is to charge the battery, because mostly when people started interested in inverter, they noticed that after 1 year the battery pack off.
You have to get another.
You have to get another battery. Then people start running away from for inverter. We used to install inverter. Then anytime most of our clients said they don't want inverter any longer, because we now sit down, we make a research, we go back to the panel, to solar panel, and at the same time, when the battery expire, they had another story. Now we went to the wind power supply, and we start making research on it, how we can even generate our own wind. So on that process, that is what we are doing in 2000, from that 2012 to 2014. We now discover something on the wind. We discover that the way the winds charge, we now ask a question, this wind can even be an ordinary energy without even charging. Then we change the method that the manufacturer of the wind are be using. We change our own different way, and we now discover that, okay, now these things can move, it can roll and give us live AC current. Then how can we make use of what is going to be the source of what can be pulling it? Now the research continue. Then we now look into magnets. We started gathering some. It take us a long time for us to even can get a magnet in Nigeria, but we get most of the local magnets, which I am going to also to show you, the one that we get here in Nigeria, and we make use of the magnet. When you take a look of the magnet, when you look the south and the north, doesn't like to attract and to come together and they repair, or it doesn't like to come together if it's to the other side. Yeah, can you see?
Yeah.
So I on my own research, and I said, okay, if
I want it to float.
Yeah, it's because there's no alignment, so it will not be able to stand. So we now looked at, okay, if something is coming this way, can this work? We are just thinking, and we sit down, we make our diagram, and we come out on the results of 10 kVA then. But sometimes when we put it on, the light will come up, it will go down, to come up, to come down. We now say, okay, we need what can give us powerful energy. Then we make a research on how to get a company, and we decide we get some company. Then we now tell them that we don't need magnet, but we need something that's higher than neutral. Now they give us a bill, and thinking that maybe we don't, but we will know that it is very necessary for us. And unfortunately, we get a lawyer in US that can sign and make, because we have a proper documentation. And the proper documentation, we find about 3 of company which they are ready to do it for, but only one that finally accept that if you can meet with Nigeria custom, that this is what, because they don't want, because there is no any registration in Africa that their products have not been going to Africa. We make a promise and all that around table. So that is how we started.
I want to ask you, so what was the process by which you arrived at this?
Yes, this is the process. This is another 15 kVA we are doing. What you just see here, it is the same thing inside this generator here.
So what we have here now
is what we have here. And you can see there's nothing is hidden here now. It's pure the starting process.
So that means I can put this one on a truck,
yes,
drive it to a forest
and power it, power it, whatever what you want to power. And you can see this is the pipe.
Okay.
You can see these are the materials we are using. So in these materials now, we will not arrange the neutral inside.
Okay.
We arrange the neutral inside, then we make it to now have access to the alternator. And where's the neutral? Down. Bring it. So, and from here, this is the process. What you have here is what you have inside.
All right.
Can you see it? Can you see it now? Yes.
What are all this?
That's at the neutral.
Okay.
These are the neutral.
Okay.
These are the neutral. Then the ones here now will not fit here, but it's not that it's going to be
like male, female.
Male and the north and south. Right. But here are different. As you see them here, they are different work.
Okay.
They are different grade, different grade. We have the grade we have here is not the same grade we have here, and each one of them have the way they're being communicated. And we have different way of how to assemble it.
Okay.
And this one is to maintain the speed. And here it is when the control of everything is going to be, and then here is going to be the panel, the control panel. Here, this one we make it manually.
Okay.
So we do not have automatic stopper here. Why we have automatic stopper in the other one? Okay. So to tell you the way the generator going each day by day, we notice. So most of the materials we have about 30% of the materials here in Nigeria. Okay. So, and we also find difficult in importation. Okay. Because if you give me money to make one for you, so it can take me maybe 2 months to get the materials, right. Then maybe 1 month for assembly. So assuming maybe I have a capital that I can just get the material in bulk. Right. Yeah, I can only give you 2 weeks to come and pick your generator. Okay. But all this material, because they are not get in one country.
It's cheaper to produce in a larger quantity than
yes,
unit by unit.
Yes, unit by unit is very, very, very expensive. Yes. It's very, like this one now, we haven't completed yet now, but what we have spent on it is getting to almost 3 million. Okay. 3 million, and this is a 15 kVA. So maybe by the time we completed it now, it will arrive like maybe 4 million naira. Okay. But when we have a mass production, it can come down to maybe 2 million. Okay. Maybe 2 million.
So this chassis now?
Yes, this is
inside also.
Yes, we have it. It's the same thing we have them. So it's to enable the Mexican. All right. What we call it Mexican. Because when we are register it, after we build everything, we assemble those things. Okay. So then we register it as a Mexican. Mexican, each word of alphabet contains the number of the neutral on it, okay. And the number of the speed on it. So.
All right. I'm seeing some other things here, like Boris.
Yes, this is rotor.
Rotor, okay.
Rotor inside the.
Is it part of it also?
No, this come out from alternator, because the alternator, when we buy the alternator, we don't make use of the rotor inside. We make our own personal rotor on it. Okay. So these are the beginning of how we make it. Started. Then yes. So here now it's going to be a neutral out. Okay. It's going to be a neutral directed
so
to the.
With this one before.
Yes.
Then you have to abandon
yes, it. We abandon it because we don't need it now.
All right.
We don't need it now. Okay. So we just make, and when we are building the one on here, we have to make an additional extra. Okay. on this one. So you can see it is made in Nigeria. Can you see it?
Nice.
Yeah, it is made in Nigeria. It's only all this plastic we cannot make it. The Boris we can, but we can get them in the market exactly of what we really want. And the monoculars that's going to be in this place, which is the component that communicates direct, that differentiates the south and north, and that also communicates direct to the north and south of the magnet, the attractive of the magnet, and which the neutral to enable the neutral to filter out the velocities. Okay. Because it is from that velocity that will make us to bring out the starting initial starting energy, which the battery, the one battery that will break the contact, the contactor of the panel. As soon as the contactor break, when the monoculars and the Mexican are generating a current, now it will not enable the battery to take it out.
But you have to remember that I'm not an engineer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I prefer you speak English than Mexican, monocular, binocular.
Yeah, this is the monoculars. This engineer working on it, and you can see the software we are using from the US. So at least that software is almost 4 million. Yeah, you can see it. It will be monitoring how there's a machine. Okay. There's a machine which is supposed to do this. You can see all is pure magnet. Can you see it? It's magnet. Okay. Can you see it? Right. Okay, you can see it. Can you see it?
All right.
Can you see it? So now and the device will be telling him the how effective on the this thing. So can you see it?
Okay.
Yeah. So as soon as he's making the coil now, so the device, it will be telling him how the tons started from here and is going up. So it's telling him now that it's still in the graphic 1.
Okay.
It's telling him that it's still in graphic 1.
All right.
And it's the graphic it will be monitoring the graphic here, and the neutral on it, which use the English you understand, the magnet inside. The magnet inside now will be showing him how the magnetic force, the magnetic force of the coil moving. All right. Here we have south and north here. So as soon as it's going, it will be also telling him the percentage of how it's going to. South and north, is this in polarity? Yes, that's the attractive of the electricity, right. You know. And here is the arms, how the frequency and the pole be working together. See, when it gets to maybe the graphic, when it getting high, like this graphic now, the one you see on the ground now is about 36 volts. Okay. So 36 volts. Now it will be going up gradually up to maybe 300 volts. Okay. So when it gave out 300 volts, by the time the attractive come out on this, so it will not be able to let us know the kind of the load we need to oppress on the fuelless generator. Right. So these are the components.
So it's not just by guesswork. Computer has to give us precise way to regulate.
Yeah, like this software now, the manufacture of this software from Germany. Okay. So those who work on the Germany alternator, okay. So they are the one, we tell them exactly what we want, and this is the software that's being given to us. And as a machine, this one is just a manual way. When we start, the factory started, that's a machine. It's not the one that will be doing it. You can see it now. He's doing it by himself, and as soon as he's doing it, you feel the movement in this place.
So at the advanced level, a machine will be doing it?
Yes. Okay. So you'll be seeing how the movement going on it. Can you see it? All right. So to be telling you the frequency. So telling you the number of the tons that have gone so far. Wow. Gone so far. So we arrived here a journey of 4 years to 5 years ago.
And
so
finally, the baby is born.
Yes, the baby is born. So if you want to carry it, you can carry it. When you make use of it, you are tired, you can bring it back.
Oh, nice! That's a great offer.
Yes, you can. You can bring it back.
Thanks for
you
taking your time to really show us around. And can you, in closing, what future do you see concerning this technology?
And my interest is to create a job and to make people have a freedom, a global freedom, because especially in my country here, we need a global freedom. What I mean by a global freedom is in a place that there's no energy, there's no power supply, there's no freedom.
Industrialization is crippled.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of power. And those who use generator to produce is at a high cost because they have to buy fuel and diesel, so it makes their production very high. Yeah,
it is also to support the resources of individual resources, okay. Because to reduce their cost. Right. And sometimes we normally find maybe a crisis of fuel, yeah. And this one you don't need it. Yes. You don't need it, it's it's a freedom. It's something that you also, if we have to do it, we don't need to even to sell it. Anybody that apply for it, we just make it and give it to them. Then maybe monthly they can be making their subscription and be paying for what they are being using.
Right.
So if you don't have money to buy the generator, does not mean that you cannot use it. So you can just lease them. If we see that the number of the year we completed the product fee on it, then you can decide to forget about it, and it's going to employ 1,000 of youth. 1,000 of you, because we need a lot of engineers, and we need marketers, and we also need those who work on the production room, and those who will be, because mostly to solve for the materials, somebody has to be monitoring them and other things. So this is a very good product for the federal government to take it. So I want you to believe, to know, you can see Fuelless generator is pure exist. So many years ago, people don't believe on inverter. Inverter is not possible. Inverter is not possible. That's what people are saying. How can battery carry a house? How can battery carry a house? Then at the end of the day, people are hearing about solar. How can solar be a source of energy? But they later have to understand that solar is to continue charging the battery. So it is the same thing we arrive here today. Doesn't mean that we are the best in the world, but I can challenge the technology.
I like that.
And that is what we are here today. We are challenging the technology.
This technology going beyond just generator.
I have a lot of research.
All right.
It is not just only generator, but I want you to have it in mind. Whatever what petrol can generate, what you can make use of petrol, have use in your mind that the Fuelless generator can also go into that research. So I don't want to say maybe tomorrow I will start doing car, tomorrow I will start doing aircraft. No. So I just want to tell you to know it's left for people to come. Yes.
I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now you can see live and direct Fuelless generator. No hidden cable anywhere.
Yeah.
And the only cable here are outlets. Power. I'm also seeing something here.
Yes, you can see this casing is made by us. So we buy a sheet. You can see this is what we make this.
Wait a minute. You constructed this casing?
We constructed this casing.
Really?
Yes, sir. You can see, and it's very beautiful. And that is a diesel generator product casing that you are seeing.
All right.
That is why it's not too much neat. But this is the casing that we produce. Can you see it?
I can live inside it.
Yes.
All right.
Can you see it?
And it's soundproof?
Yes, it's soundproof. It's soundproof. And there is no way for exhaust. You see, so that you know, our plant is not using exhaust.
All right.
So
that's a good point. And all right, and viewers, for you to be
this one
convinced that this is a Fuelless generator, so there are no hidden fuel tank somewhere. You can see that all over, whatever you fuel must have an outlet for the combustion to go out. But this you can see all over, there's no exhaust. So it is purely electric.